talk about those Cowboys. They are a big underdog on Saturday here in LA against the Rams. They're coming off a narrow 24-22 win over the Seahawks, which was Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott's first career playoff win. We are joined by Rob Parker. And Rob, you picked the Cowboys to lose that game.
But I beat you on that bet, didn't I, Skip? Didn't I get 2.5 points?
No.
What? Let's go back to
there
the
was
tape.
no points. I me 3 dinners.
I thought I had the points.
No.
Get it back this week, Rob.
You wanted double or nothing, and I saved you from yourself.
Yeah,
and I
well,
said
that
no,
one.
just one more dinner.
This week,
So
though.
Are you any more impressed after that performance, Rob?
No, I'm still out on the Cowboys.
Still
I guess
need this.
until they hoist the Lombardi Trophy, I think that's what I'll say and concede that maybe they got something going on. But Skip, you know,
Maybe they got something going on. Yeah. Okay.
I watch it, and Dak had the big play, the run or whatever. But I watch and I'm like, okay, the offense is just putting around. You know what I mean? It wasn't that impressive. The score at the half, it wasn't like they were blowing Seattle out.
No.
And Dak wound up having, 226 yards. He had an okay day. He had a bad pick earlier that could have sealed the game. So there was a bad pick that was involved. So do I give him credit? Yes, that's their only 3rd playoff win since 1995, okay? So I never poo-poo winning. I give you credit for winning.
Don't hold that against this team.
No,
This
I'm
team's all
not. I'm
different.
just saying. So
They
of course
can't fix what's happened before.
Well, this team is 1-1.
Right.
How about that? The last 3 years.
They were
you talk about what you want to talk about history.
This team should be 2-0.
No, they lost, Skip, that game. But to look at this team after that win and go, yep, okay, I was totally wrong. They're going to make a Super Bowl run and they're going to steamroll the Rams in L.A. and move on and go to the Super Bowl. I don't see it. I don't see it. And then there'll be that bad game that they've had many times on the road. They were 3-5 on the road this year. They were a much better home team. We know that. 7-1, and then they won the game against Seattle in the playoffs. But they'll go on the road, they'll lose, and then people will look at the team and go, it's got to be fixed. There's some things that still aren't there. I'm not sold on Dak.
Oh, I thought you meant the game had to be fixed.
No.
Because that's the only way they're going to win.
Well, that's the only way they could win.
Right.
I would still take Jared Goff over Dak Prescott at this point.
You too.
I would.
Look, Skip, I do give credit, contrary to what you think. You had to be impressed with the way the Dallas offense and defensive line dominated the game. They controlled both sides of the ball. Zeke was able to get 137 yards running, over 5 yards a clip. The #1 running team in football was unable to get anything generated. And so when you look at that, time of possession, Dallas had over 10 minutes, ran 16 more plays. But for it to be a 2-point game, when you have this kind of domination, what am I missing?
That's the quarterback.
Now Rob said that, Skip. You looking at me, that's Rob. That's your party. You know them 25 years.
I have, unfortunately.
What was disappointing is that Seattle, yes, you're a great running team, but normally teams go into a game, Rob, if someone stops what we're really good at, if I'm a fastball pitcher, and every time I throw the fastball, somebody knock it out, can I go to changeup?
Yes.
Can I go to curveball, Skip? Can I get the split finger?
They neutralized Russell Wilson. I'm sorry,
exactly.
they did it.
So that's all I'm saying, Skip. So, yeah, I was impressed somewhat, but not impressed as I would have been had they allowed Russell to do other things, and they shut that off as well. So give them credit, they win. I don't poo-poo winning either.
Yeah.
So winning is tough, especially playoff winning.
What we're hearing right now is this man's eyes are being slowly opened by my Dallas Cowboys. This man's eyes are closed. He is still blind to what is really happening
Bird
here.
box challenge over.
And
That's
you know what?
boy.
I'm actually getting nervous that you're starting to come around because I need you to hate them. I need you to keep hating them. Hate fuels my team. Doubt fuels my team. Disrespect has fueled my team all year. And it keeps getting even with team after team after team for what that team had done to them this year or last year. Last year, the Rams came to Jerry World and embarrassed the Cowboys in the second half. Dallas was up 24-16 at half. That's pretty impressive to score 24 in the first half. The quarterback who couldn't throw, he was really on a roll in the first half.
The record on repeat.
Not so much in the second half. So they owe the Rams. And by the way, I'm going to say it again, and you're with me on this. This L.A. Coliseum, it is their home away from home.
It's everybody home away from home, Skip.
Hey, 60% Cowboy fans will take over.
Really? Will it be that big?
Absolutely.
It's because the Dallas Cowboys have trained in Southern California, in Thousand Oaks or Oxnard, since 1963. They had a couple of breaks where they went back to Texas, but mostly since 1963 they've been here. What has happened over that time span? LA's been without a pro football team.
For 20, almost 20,
and guess what?
right?
A lot of kids, a lot of fathers and mothers would take their kids out to Thousand Oaks or Oxnard to watch the Dallas Cowboys train, and it's free. You can just go watch practice every day.
And think about the names that they've had over all those years.
Oh, man.
They had to start,
So you got generations of Cowboy fans coming up, and they're all going to be fighting for tickets that can be had at this Coliseum right now, which is still kind of the Rams' home away from home because they're not in their real home yet, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so given all that, what happened on Saturday night was far more impressive than you're giving it credit for, because it wasn't as close as 24-22. Again, you read it was a narrow win, and it ended up.
It was.
Okay, but they're ahead 24-14, and it's way over. It is done.
No, it wasn't.
And all of a sudden, Byron Jones, as he is wont to do, as he did against Aaron Rodgers that day, he just drifts mentally. He just like
he looked inside. The guy got.
You're like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? I don't know. I wonder what I'm going to do after the game. I don't know. And all of a sudden, he lets Lockett just run right. You're in a prevent, and he just runs right up the seam past you for 53 yards.
Skip, that wasn't the most egregious one. The most egregious one when he let the back come out on 4th down. Dude, what are you looking at?
Okay, but the game is over at that point. So I look at what my new triplets did in that game. Dak was really good. He made 2 big runs that just sealed the deal down at the goal. He just said, give me the ball, because they have a trouble cashing in the red zone. I'll cash it. I'll catch it.
Why?
I'll cash it twice.
They're like last, aren't they? Or never
Why?
last?
I told you he would outplay Russell Wilson, and in QBR, he had a 74 to Russell's 70. And Russell was really good in that game. Zeke had 137 yards, and Amari caught 106 yards worth of passes. That's big time. And to me, the takeaway is the Dallas defense can rise and shine when you least expect it. They had not been very good since New Orleans. But if you look at what they did to New Orleans and what they did to the #1 rushing attack, the way the 2 for 13 on 3rd down was Russell Wilson's off. That was the whole difference in the game. So here we go with the Rams against the run. What are the Rams against the run? They allowed the biggest yard per carry against them in the league this year, 5.1 yards per rush. They averaged 5.1 yards per rush this year in the regular season. So do they have a chance to control the clock?
Absolutely.
Could Zeke go for 150 and they could win time of possession 35-25?
Well, that's what they're going to need to do.
Could they out-physical the Rams? Is it possible that Jared Goff has sort of unraveled over the last 5 games?
No.
He's 6 touchdowns to 6 interceptions with 3 lost fumbles?
No.
Is it possible? But I need that spread to be bet up. I need it to be a 10-point spread by game time, because that's what fuels
What is it,
my
6.5?
football team. It's 7.
That's right now.
Yeah, bet it up. Come on, leap on that Shannon Sharp bandwagon.
Don't worry about it. I got your number, though, buddy.
Yeah.
I got your number.
Oh, really?
You're gonna pay off and do this week.
Really?
Yes, you will.
I might have to go back to the well, too, this week.
Really? Okay.
I'm tired
Okay,
of
we're
you.
going to go to...
Because you know the thing is...
Rob, you've been drowning in that well for a long time.
Because the thing is, Rob, he won't let well enough alone. Oh, I won 27 cases of due off you. Nobody asked you that.
I volunteered it.
Exactly, that's my point.
But you're in the Hall of Fame and I'm not. And you say, you're always wrong. Yet I'm always right. I don't know.
Okay, when I get it back, what are you going to say then?
I'll say you were right about that, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, let's see if you guys are right about this next one. A Knicks legend called out Kevin Durant. We're switching gears to the NBA.
Here we go.
Will that keep KD out of New York? We'll discuss next.